In theory, there's no difference between theory and practice. In practice, there is. Most AI demos look impressive. Most AI systems in production fail quietly, not because the model is bad, but because the system around the model is broken. The missing piece in the most real AI products is something called RAG. In this video, I'll explain what RAG is, why every serious AI systems needs it, and how it actually works in production. Welcome to Simplify AI with Manish Malik. Let's start with the problem. See why LLM alone is not enough. A language model by itself knows nothing about your company documents, your APIs, your customers, your private data. Only knows what it was trained on, which means it cannot answer most real business questions correctly. So teams tried fine-tune models, which is again expensive, slow, and still not enough. This is where RAG comes in. RAG stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. It describes how serious AI systems actually work in the real world. In a normal AI setup, you ask the model a question, and the model tries to answer only from what it remembers from training. That means it often guesses, and guessing is dangerous in production, right? RAG changes this completely. With RAG, we do not ask the model to answer immediately. First, we retrieve the right information from your documents, your databases, your knowledge base, your internal systems. Then and only then we give that information to the model and ask it to generate the final answer using that data as a context. So the model is no longer guessing, it is reading, reasoning, and then responding. This transforms the model from a chatbot into a real software component. RAG turns AI from, I think this might be correct, into, here is the answer based on your actual data. Okay, so how it actually works? Let's look at what really happens inside a RAG system. Not in theory, but in production. Step 1. Break the knowledge into usable pieces. First, we take your documents, PDF, web pages, manual tickets, logs, wikis, and split them into small, meaningful chunks. Why? Because AI doesn't understand huge documents. Well, it works best with the focused pieces of information. Okay. Step 2. Convert text into vectors. Each chunk is then converted into a vector. A vector is simply a list of numbers that represents the meaning of that text. Two pieces of text with similar meaning will have vectors that are mathematically close. This is what allows machine to compare meaning, not just words. Step 3. Store vectors in a vector database. All of these vectors are stored inside a vector database. This is not a normal database. It is optimized for finding the most semantical similar data, not exact keyword matches. Step 4. Convert the user's question into a vector. When a user asks a question, we convert that question into a vector as well, right? Now, the system can compare the user's intent by simply converting the question into a same vector space. So we can compare its meaning with the meaning of every document chunk. Step 5. Retrieve the most relevant information. We search the vector database and retrieve the chunks that are closest in meaning to the user's question. This is the retrieval part of RAG. Step 6. Inject retrieved data into the LLM. Those retrieved chunks are then sent to the large language models as context. The model is no longer guessing, it is now reading your actual data. Step 7. Generate the final answer. Finally, the LLM generates a response that is grounded in your real documents. This is the generation part of RAG. RAG is not about making the model smarter, it is about making the system trustworthy. That's RAG. Why RAG is critical for production? RAG solves four major problems: accuracy. answers grounded in real data. Without RAG, the model relies on its training history, general internet knowledge, probability. With RAG, the model reads your actual documents. Answers are grounded in facts, not guesses. Hallucinations drop significantly. The model is no longer trying to sound right, it is reading and responding. Freshness. Update data, not the model. Models are trained months ago. Your data changes every week. With RAG, you update documents, rechunk, and re embed. Answers reflect the latest policies and knowledge. No retraining, no redeployment, no downtime. Fresh answers come from fresh data, not new models. Third, security. Your data stays inside your system. RAG allows you to control exactly what data is retrieved, filter content by user permissions, prevent data leakage. The model only sees what you explicitly provide, never has access to your full database, and security is enforced by retrieval, not trust. Cost. No expensive retraining required. Training or fine-tuning model is expensive, slow, hard to maintain. RAG avoids this by reusing the same model, changing only the data layer, scaling incrementally. To pay for embeddings once, inference when needed. RAG shifts cost from model training to system design. RAG turns AI from a guessing machine into a data-driven software component. Okay, let me take some real-world examples here. Customer support. Let's take a real production example. Customer asks, can I get a refund if my subscription was cancelled last week? Without RAG, the AI model has no access to your company's actual policy. So, what it does, what language models naturally do, it guesses. It may sound confident, it may even sound professional, but the answer could be completely wrong. And in production, a confident wrong answer is extremely dangerous. With RAG, the system first retrieves your refund policy, your actual subscription rules, your latest documents, and then it gives that information to the model and asks the model to answer using that data. The model doesn't guesses anymore. It reads, reasons, and then responds correctly. That's the difference between an AI demo and a real AI product. Let's talk about production concerns here, where most RAG system fails. Real RAG systems are not just clean architecture diagrams. They are living systems that run under real load, serve real users, and break in very real ways. To actually make RAG work in production, you must engineer for below points. See, these are very important. First, latency, retrieval plus model inference plus network calls all add up. If your system takes 8 seconds to answer, users will stop trusting it even if the answer is perfect. Document updates. Policies change, knowledge base evolve, your system must continuously rechunk, re-embed, and refresh the vector database without downtime. Vector quality. Bad chunking, bad embeddings, bad retrieval, bad answers. The quality of your vectors determines the quality of your AI. I will talk about this in detail in my next video on vector databases. Let's move on to the access control. The model should only see what the user is allowed to see. This requires careful filtering before retrieval and before generation. Cost optimization. RAG systems can get expensive fast. Embedding large data, high token model calls, repeated retrievals from users. You must design for efficiency from day one. Monitoring hallucinations. Even with RAG, models can hallucinate. You must log responses, detect failure patterns, and continuously improve your system. Very important. This is AI engineering, or just AI prompting. Some key insights. RAG doesn't replace the model. RAG turns the model into a usable system. See, if you are building AI for real users, you are building a RAG system, whether you realize it or not. The next video will go deep into the vector database and how they make RAG possible. Thanks for watching.